Frantic Nerdcast here to stay. AJ Brock and Zach will say, join the ride, don't fade away. Nerdy joy in full display.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frantic Nerdcast. How are you all on this lovely, lovely evening?
Lovely.
Lovely?
I'm dry.
Dry?
Well, that's what happens when we stay inside. We keep out of the marvellous rain that we've got.
So it's pissing down outside.
It's a beautiful, beautiful wet Thursday afternoon here where we record at the Frantic Nerdcast home base.
The headquarters.
The HQ.
How he's doing?
Oh, yeah, good. Good.
Great.
That's about as exciting as it is.
It's a fantastic start.
Got
to the
into
episode, isn't it?
one of our topics today is on content creators, and I've been on a bit of a deep dive looking at some new and different ones as well. So spend my week doing that. It's been thoroughly entertaining, and I think I found a new hobby.
Marvelous.
just watching random shit on YouTube.
That's great.
I've had that hobby for a long fucking time.
Tell you what one thing I did stumble across in the last couple of days, we've spoken about it a couple of times, the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's coming out and whatnot. It's not getting better. Not getting better at all.
What's happened now?
So basically, if you are naughty, like one of us sitting at this table who has done things that you shouldn't do with the Switch, and therefore their child played online and he got kicked off of online services.
Yep.
So you'd expect that to be similar with this one. A little bit different. They can brick your console.
I thought you were talking about like an actual one.
They can do that with the one as well, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they've come through and said if you
it's
do
a lot
it,
easier now, though.
they will brick your console. Part two to that is it is an online console. You have to be online to play it.
That's so fucking stupid.
Defeats the purpose of being a handheld console taken anywhere.
It is no longer a handheld console. You can kick around in your house and play it, but it's...
This was my initial gripe with it. This is more of a physical system like a PS5
Correct.
and Xbox, not the handheld. Like they've gone to try to get both into one, and it's not going to work.
They're selling it as a portable console. It is no longer a portable console.
It's a portal, and you can take it to any room in the house you want to, but you got to be in the house.
That's not portable. I can do that with my PlayStation 2.
I mean,
Might be a little bit harder
You can
to
take
do,
it out. You just got to have a mobile phone with you to hotspot to.
which is just...
And then use all your phone data.
It wouldn't surprise me if you can't fucking do it.
So
It's going.
The Switch was the gateway for a lot of kids getting into games and things like that, because they're usually a bit more kid friendly and things like that. But a kid's not going to have a mobile phone to be able to hotspot. Well, they shouldn't have one.
Yeah. But either way, they'll to their parents. But yeah, I stumbled across that news and I thought it's just not doing well.
The price just it beats me.
I wanted to get
Well,
one.
Nintendo,
I still
fuck you.
It's annoying because I still want to get one because I know that Shannon and I will genuinely have a lot of fun
We're
playing.
all going to get
and
one.
It's so frustrating. Like it's just fucking
won't.
stupid. Like the one thing that I was reading about it, like the way that they've done their license agreements is that you no longer own the console. It is not your console. You own the license, or you have a license to play the console, but they can revoke it at any time. And that's the same with the games as well, because you can no longer get physical games.
All games are like
all
that
games
now.
are going that route. But you can get a physical key. You can get a physical one for this. That holds the key.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's literally
It's
just NFC chip, essentially, that just gives you a key.
It's just so effectively you can give someone something on Christmas. Go, look, I bought you a game, and now go download it.
Pretty much. But on some lighter news, I've been watching Andor Season 2. I've been fucking loving it. It has been absolutely amazing. The one thing that is so strange about this show is that there is fuck all going on in a lot of it, and it is still so entertaining. Like the first 3 episodes, there is literally one thing, because the way that they did it, they broke it up into sets of 3 episodes. They released 3, next week release another 3. And those 3, each of them are a year apart, leading up to the Battle of Yavin, which is Death Star, et cetera, et cetera. So, but the first
Spoiler, they all die in the movie that follows the series.
The first 3 episodes, like the only thing that really happens is he steals a ship, right? He steals a TIE fighter. That's like the only thing that happens in 3 episodes, and it is still so entertaining the way that like he gets the TIE fighter. The TIE fighter is the first thing that happens, by the way, as well. So the first thing that happens is steals it, and then there's 3 episodes of nothing, and it is so entertaining. Like it has me just hooked and enthralled. I'm like, that was great. Fucking nothing happened. But anyways, yeah, I've got one episode to watch in that. I'm looking forward to finishing off that season. This is it for it.
I've
really
honestly,
I mean,
enjoyed.
there's not going to be another
I've
season
just-
after
I've-
the movie.
They might.
I've lost all interest in Star Wars.
Yeah, I know.
in
Well,
general.
I'd recommend giving it a look. It's got some episodes that definitely stand out more than others. But I've just been strained, like just the minimal that's happened. It's so good.
The only Star Wars series I've really watched was Mando.
Yeah, see, I didn't like.
I know you
Mando.
didn't like Mando because there's no face.
I like. That's not why. That's just me being an idiot. It just wasn't an entertaining series, in my opinion.
The more now that watching Ahsoka and watching Andor, the Mandalorian definitely goes further down the list of things that I enjoyed. Like Kenobi, it was no good. It had good moments, but it wasn't good. What else have they? They've got a bunch of other shit. I mean, they've got the one that was far more aimed at kids.
See, that was one of the ones I actually enjoyed.
I started watching that. I watched like the first two.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Book of Boba Fett. That was fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
so I didn't think that did too well.
It had 6 episodes. 3 of them were about Mando, anyways. So, I mean, it's like, there you go. That sort of
it was Mando
explains.
2.5.
Basically explains the season. So it's like, yeah, go give it a watch. If you haven't, go give it a watch.
And for once, I haven't finished the season this week, so I don't really have much to add.
Yeah, no, I haven't finished the season this week either.
Cool.
I've completely forgot that Devil's Plans new episodes came out on Tuesday, so I'll probably watch them after we do this.
I was going to watch them, but I'll come back to them. The movie came out a few years ago, Simple Favor. They've got the new one, another Simple Favor. Don't watch it.
I started watching it and
Don't
fell
bother.
asleep.
Don't bother. It is
You two are on a
for
streak
how-
with shit movies at the moment.
For how good the first one was, I was keen for another one. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. They marketed it as black comedy, and it was sort of like thriller with some humor in there, and it was a good sort of like what's going to happen next. This is just like, I know everything that's going to happen. You aren't telling the story well. You just made a joke that was fucking dumb, and you're not even like keeping me on the edge of my seat. You haven't even done the same movie again. You've just forgotten the first movie, and fuck knows what you've done.
Yeah.
And it's just crap. It's just crap. Didn't enjoy it whatsoever.
So, did you go back and finish watching Ash or
I
Dust?
haven't
or whatever
been
it was
able.
called?
I haven't been able to yet.
No, couldn't be asked.
I've scrolled over it a few times.
I gave up on
Probably a
it.
sign that you won't be going back to it.
Yeah, at one point I was sitting there on my jellyfin and be like, oh yeah, I'll give it a crack. I did watch a couple episodes of The Studio.
Oh,
I'd only watched the first episode, so I watched the second and third episode. The second episode's called The Oneer, and the whole episode is a one shot about Seth Rogen's character going to visit the set where they're doing a one shot, and he keeps making them fuck it up.
Sure.
And it's a very funny episode. And then the second episode is they watch Ron Howard's new movie,
Okay.
starring Anthony Mackie, and they love the movie, and they go to walk out of the cinema while their test screening, but the movie's not over. And it's like another 40 minutes of just like Anthony Mackie standing there with a kid who's actually dead, like just staring and stuff. And they're like, that was fucking shit. Oh, that was so shit. Someone's got to give the note to Ron Howard. Everyone's like, I'm not giving the note to Ron Howard. It's Ron Howard. And it's like, yeah, someone's got to give the no, I'm not fucking doing it. It's this big thing of who's going to give this note to Ron Howard.
Right.
Yeah, very entertaining.
What show did there was another show I was watching recently where like Ron Howard was like a random guest star at the end, like as himself. It was
It's pretty much everything.
was it Fall Guy? Not Fall Guy.
No, he's not Fall Guy.
I can't remember what it is. He basically like someone's like, I know Ron Howard. I saw him at this time like playing bingo or something. And at the end of the movie, like it's them like he meets Ron Howard.
It's not Arrested Development. You're not thinking Arrested Development.
No, it's something recent.
No.
I'll think of it.
For those of you out there, those of you who have not watched Arrested Development, I mean, it's an old show.
It's fucking out there.
Do yourself a favor, mate. That is some brilliant filmmaking right there.
Jason Bateman, yeah.
Yeah, and it's done by Ron Howard.
Jason Bateman, Michael Cera, a few other people you'd
Portia
recognise.
de Rossi.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Murders in the Building.
Oh, the newer season.
The last season.
Yeah, I haven't watched the later season.
Yeah, he was like literally in there for like 15 seconds. Him going, oh, I know, Ron. We met each other playing bingo or something, and then they go to this cafe, and Ron Howard appears. He's like, oh, how you doing, mate? But on sadder news, a show I was keen to get into watching, I don't feel any point now, Suits LA, being cancelled after one season.
Cancelled already.
Really?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Well, I heard good things. I thought it was going to be right, had a decent cast. But apparently, it's been cancelled already.
No, I reckon it was better than the original Suits.
Well, I said I haven't watched it. I was waiting for it to finish and was going to get in and watch it, but I don't really think there's much point because I don't want to get into it and enjoy it just to know it's gone. So,
He doesn't get much of a break, doesn't he? Fucking Atmel.
Yeah.
well, that's why they moved his
Did it right with Arrow.
Yeah, his other shows, but I mean, he's got his fucking he's still got his wrestler show.
Well, that's what they've moved that
Yeah.
to Netflix and hoping it's the Suits treatment there where like everyone gets reinvested into it and it gets renewed for another season.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they are doing another season of Heels.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, Suits LA is great. I love it.
Yeah, it's disappointed.
All right, let's firstly jump into some trailer news. We haven't played this in a while, so let's play it.
I thought I wasn't coming through then.
Trailers. We haven't talked about trailers in a while, but this is a trailer that deserves talking about.
And there's some things to talk
and
about.
that is the Superman trailer. We are talking about the Superman trailer.
Yeah.
So, who wants to start off talking about this masterpiece?
I will.
Excellent. Give us the deep dive.
Christopher Reeve's son. He's in the Superman trailer. He's one of the news anchors.
And he's actually a news anchor in real life.
He's actually a news anchor for ABC. I thought I seen that. I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I mean, it just looks fucking incredible. Like they gave us the teaser whenever that was. Several months ago.
Yeah.
And when we seen the teaser, it was kind of like, from memory, it was like, I'm keen to see it anyways. I didn't want to get the teaser and how much was in it and that sort of stuff. Seeing this looks fucking amazing. It
Yes.
looks so good. But
so good.
and again, unfortunately, it's have they shown us too much?
What?
Have they pushed us in?
No, I guarantee you,
I
like
think it's
the fight against the kaiju, that'll be in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Like most of that stuff is going to be in the
Yeah,
first
that's what I
5
said.
to
That's what
20
it
minutes of
seems.
the movie.
There's
what it
so many
seems.
action scenes in that trailer with different potential villains
Yeah.
that has to be like a flashback sort of montage of
Yeah.
I've done all these things and that sort of stuff. So
And one thing that you pick up on pretty early is because it starts off with a what's her name, Lois and Clark having a chat. So they're having a chat and whatever. She's gonna interview him as Superman. So that straight away, that conversation there, you're like, oh, okay. So this has progressed.
Yeah,
So
so
this
she
isn't
knows he's Superman, blah, blah, blah,
exactly.
yeah.
So this isn't like an
It's
early.
not an origin story.
Exactly. It's not an origin story. It's actually progressed so far down. We are going to get backtracks.
yeah,
We are going to get snippets
it
back.
kind of feels like what they've done with Fantastic Four. It's going to happen in the middle of like they're established in the world,
Yeah.
and they might give you that 10 or 15 minute backstory throughout the movie.
Exactly. And I mean, myself and AJ were talking about this before we jumped on, but just the way that they're talking and interacting there, and the way that he sits down and Lois asks the first question and his voice just changes and goes straight to that like
Deeper.
just deeper, just
He's like, happy talking. He's
Yeah.
like, Miss Lois Lane.
yeah. And you're like, it's something so simple like that. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, this is going to be good. And it didn't, like, the trailer did not disappoint. It was awesome.
So I get the vibes, like I said, comparing it to the Marvel, it feels like this is sort of set in a world situation like it was for Civil War, where with the issue with superheroes being unchecked and causing
Well,
the
that's
damage.
a
and
big Superman thing is the fact of he's not an American.
Yeah.
He doesn't class himself as an American. He classes himself as a citizen of the world. And even in one of the comics, he said, "I am not an American citizen." And like the Americans had a fucking hissy fit.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's he's like a citizen of the world, and he can go wherever he wants. He
Yeah.
protect whoever he wants. Go fuck yourself, kind of thing. So
And-
I have a feeling that's what they're going to dive into here.
Yeah.
And I think, like, just seeing the amount of passion that was coming across with the interview between Clark, or Superman, and Lois, like, he is very fucking passionate about it. And what I loved about that is also Lois continues to push him. She's like, well, hang on, bro. Like, what are you fucking doing? And he's adamant he's doing the right thing. So I think that you can see their chemistry, both the positive and negative around their chemistry on screen within 30 seconds.
But
of the
it
trailer.
also showcases Lois's sort of
Tenacity.
character of
Yeah.
that's what she's like in the comics. She
Yes.
is like, I'm a journalist and
Yes.
I'm going to fucking do what it does no matter what fucking happens.
Exactly. So, I mean, it more or less tees up the whole, as you said, those bigger elements of Superman where he can go do what he wants. He's of the opinion that he's done the right thing, breaking up a war somewhere, wherever it was, saving a bunch of lives. But then it comes back to, well, should you have done that? You've interfered with something that you don't really know the background, the political X, Y, Z. What have you actually started? And I think that's ultimately what we're going to be stepping into. As Zach just said, it's an element of superheroes in some way, shape, or form. Should they be checked, unchecked, and what does that look like?
Yeah.
I think it's setting the scene.
And then we
for
got
that.
when he's in that prison scene,
Metamorphosis? That guy.
Metamorphosis or something.
Metamorpho. I think it
Yeah,
is.
he's in that scene. I'm not sure who the chick is with the hands that change into blades.
It's
Cool.
It is the engineer.
Okay.
She
So
looks
the
fucking
engineer.
cool.
Yeah.
Lex looks fucking awesome.
Actually, one thing that I did find that I found really, really interesting is there's a big gold robot-looking thing.
Yeah, that
it's-
shoots the lasers out of its eyes.
Yep. The Hammer of Baravia. New character. Not in the comics or anything. So this is actually straight off the bat. He's introducing a new DC character.
There you go.
Is this them ripping off Invincible? Because Invincible has, the robot that shoots lasers.
Metamorpho.
No, that's
No, I know, I
the
know.
robot that shoots lasers is a rip off of Iron Man.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, it was Metamorpho.
Okay.
now, question. So, two questions. Who is the
You
character?
can have three if you like.
No, I'll settle for two for now. Who is the character that has the black tea?
Mr. Terrific.
Who information?
Smartest man in the world.
Yeah.
That's his power.
I thought that was bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. It is.
So yeah, the power is that he is smartest man in the world, and he builds tech that can sort of help him as he goes through.
Right.
His main one is like these orbs, and they sort of do everything.
Terrific
for him.
orbs, I think he calls
Yeah,
them.
there's something silly like that. My orbs of terrific or terrific.
So he might be
orbs.
smart, but he's got no fucking charisma.
Oh,
Right.
it's going to be very interesting to see how he comes across on screen because it is very
Was he
gimmicky.
in the CW
Yeah, he
series
was.
at one point? Yeah, because
He
I remember
was.
seeing the sort of tea face mask
Yeah.
at one point. Second question.
And even in that, it was gimmicky. So it's like, I'm very interested to see how that comes across.
So Mr. Blonde bowl cut himself, Mr. Fillion.
Yes.
So his character, I'm assuming, has something overarching because he's in this.
He's the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Or he is the Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Right, because he's in this. He's in
Guy-
Lanterns.
Guy-
and
Well,
he's in.
he's one of the Green Lanterns, should I say?
Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Right. Because, he's in like multiple of
He's
the
in the
DC
Preacher
movies.
trailer as well.
Preacher or Peacemaker?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
sorry.
Yeah, that was the third one. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's in the three. So I was like, is he going to be a character that sort of links all these series and things
I mean,
together?
number one, it's Nathan Fillion, and James Gunn has a hard on for Nathan Fillion,
well, I
so
think
he's in every project he does.
The world has a hard on for that feeling.
And yeah, so he's one of the big characters, one of the big Green Lanterns in the comics.
Is the haircut accurate?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's so funny when I seen it, I'm like, oh, I know it's comic accurate, but it looks horrible. And as soon as I see it, I'm like, the nerds are going to hate it. And the next day, oh my God, what the fuck is he wearing? He looks like a fucking idiot. He looks like a dick
But
with
they'd
hair
hate
and
it if
shit
they
like that.
didn't
You're like,
do it, though.
oh. And then if they didn't do it, they would have hated it anyways. I'm
Yeah.
like,
But then, people
I'm not getting
are
into
like, but you asked for this, and they're
Exactly.
posting pictures of the actual comics. Like, that's the comic. That's him.
So yeah, I'm fine with it. It looks fine.
I don't-
It's
like-
just it looks like his character. I
As
mean,
to the average person, they'll just assume that's how it's meant to be, and
Yeah.
they weren't bad and nice. So, but yeah, so I think it looks cool. The trailer looks fucking busy.
It does.
There was so many things happening, so many action scenes, so
It's
many
a-
different villains and things. So
They've announced the runtime already. It's like
2 hours 49.
Yeah.
something
even
like
then, though, like I said, this is re-establishing Superman, so there'll have to be some sort
It's
of
not very established. It's going to step right in.
no, but like it's re-establishing Superman in this current iteration of DC. So
that.
like,
I get what you're
it's
trying to
coming in, and it needs to be able to hit and land. And I know it's starting in the middle of it, but it still needs to be able to give people information about who characters are and things like that. So you're assuming there will be some sort of like explanation
say.
throughout.
I
the
don't think there will be.
I think he's just people know who Superman is. There's
Yeah.
no point explaining shit.
And the
Just
people
go.
and the
I'm not
people
talking about
around
necessarily
it.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
know.
talking about the world itself, like the general world building of this universe.
So two bigs. You're going to get Superman. You got your Lex Luthor. I mean, that's going to be your two powerhouse, so
Yeah.
to speak, within the Superman realm. Like everyone knows them. You're talking about the other ones, like so you Mr. Terrific, your Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, your Hawk Girl, your Metamorpho, whoever else is through it. Right now, I think that they're just going
be in it for like 10 minutes.
They're going to dump him in. They're not going to be in it for that long.
Yeah.
I think a couple might be in for long. I think Mr. Terrific might be in it for a bit longer. He's got that sort of appearance, and same with Guy Gardner. Like, might be a bit longer, but we'll see. But yeah, when I say a bit longer, I mean rather than 10 minutes, maybe 20, something like that. You've got the Lantern series, so that's coming out as well. So the Lantern series will go further into Guy Gardner and will give that sort of premise and basis. But other than that, I think there's going to be enough to know that there's someone who's there on Superman's side. And then I think, I don't know, my thought is that I'm going to throw all these characters in there and we're actually going to build out from there. We're going to give you intrigue by showing you a bunch of characters you may or may not have seen before, and then we're going to build from there.
Yeah. I mean, there's no fucking chance we don't have the runtime to explain Hawkgirl's backstory.
Exactly. That is very, very long.
But as I said, I think definitely a large portion of that trailer, as I said earlier, will be in the backflashes and those sorts of things. So it's interesting. I said the scene where the what is it? The Fortress of Solitude, is that what it's called? That seems to appear. That looks fucking sick. So
yeah,
I'm interested. Like, Superman's character, meh, but I think this movie's going to be all right.
And even just like that, as you just said, the tower, the Fortress of Solitude, getting like straight into that. I mean, that's getting straight into it. I mean, that through the comics doesn't happen for a fair bit. So cool. See where it lands. I'm keen.
The other trailer that we had.
Just one last thing on that.
Yep.
Moving forward. So it's interesting. So James Gunn shared a video of his dog Ozu, who is actually Crypto. So James Gunn's own dog is playing Crypto. So
there you go. He puts his wife in projects, and now he's putting his dog into them.
Even the CGI
and his brother.
bits.
Fuck, their whole family's in there. If you didn't know, his wife is the blonde chick out of Peacemaker.
I need more information. Than that.
The blonde, the only blonde character in
the
Peacemaker.
main, the FBI chick.
Yeah,
okay.
That's his wife. That's James Gunn's wife. The other trailer that came out. I don't know if you'll see it.
Little sneak peek of Spider-Man Noir. You see that?
No, I'm talking about Ironheart.
Oh, I didn't bother.
Yeah, don't.
I didn't know it was out.
I seen that it was out, and I'm like, yeah, I'll wait for it to be out on Disney.
I watched it, and the thing that I thought was going to happen happened.
Okay.
And it is, her character just comes across fucking cocky, like she did in Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I'm really not interested. Like,
all the quotes have come out of her saying RDJ's backed me for this role and stuff. I'm like, well, it's not like he's going to not back you.
Yeah. It's just, she just comes across as such a cocky character, and it just makes me not want to watch the show.
I'd be interested to see if that's comic accurate. But the only problem is I don't want to read that comic.
I've never read Iron Man comics in general. I've only ever read a couple of trade backs here and there. In all honesty,
Yeah.
I used to watch the cartoon back in the day. That was really about it. But yes, the hood looks pretty cool. That's really about it.
Yeah, okay.
And that's old mate from Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
He was also in the Beast Wars Transformer movie.
Oh, yeah.
That main dude.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Into the Heights as well.
Yep.
He's playing the hood.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And it's also got the young fella that played Han Solo in Han Solo.
Okay.
He's in it as well, playing
It's got
some
a
role.
decent cast then.
Yeah.
We'll see where it lands. I mean, I'm not super interested. I'm not going to bother with the trailer unless I stumble across it and then halfway through realize what's going on.
It'll be a trailer in a movie we see at some point and you watch it there.
Yeah, probably. I'll watch I'll watch the series, but I'm not excited for it.
I thought it was a movie.
No, it's serious.
Oh, that's even worse.
6 or 8 part.
I think I could have sat through a one-off movie. If this is shit, I won't watch the series.
I think also it's one of those things, if I don't watch it like as it's coming out week to week, I probably won't start it because I'm like, oh, there's so many episodes to get through. So I probably will watch it when it comes out. As it's coming out, if I miss it, I miss it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
One thing I did actually see, which was pretty interesting, is it sounds like Feige's come through and sort of said the TV and movies, they're no longer going to be like a requirement.
We sort of touched on this last week. Yeah, it's because he's come out and put a quote that basically it's even for the employees, it started to feel like homework to write something.
Yeah,
because to write the next script, they had to go back and watch 4 other movies and TV shows to be able to figure out, what if they're going to write this is accurate and going to make sense and things. So
ultimately, movies are the movies. It's all still MCU. I mean, there still will be elements of crossover.
Well, so that's how it used to be.
Yeah.
In the phase 1, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Like none of the movies connected via, except for a couple of little mentions of some people or some things that may have happened.
The cutscene at the end with
there
Nick
was
Fury and
S.H.I.E.L.D.,
stuff.
wasn't it? The only one there was S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV series that I can think of.
No, Shields was it was connected, but it was connected to the movies, but the movies weren't connected to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Besides Agent Carson.
Yeah, and a couple of... the only thing I'd say about S.H.I.E.L.D. that was really good to watch was it as a lead-in for Civil War. Not Civil War, Winter Soldier. Because of the way that they're talking about all the Hydra takeover of S.H.I.E.L.D. So that was pretty cool to sort of see the background of that. But as you said, not needed.
Yeah.
So there'll be interactions. There'll be cross in some way, shape or form. You'll see a character here and there and get little pop-ups and that sort of shit. But it'll be far more like Echo.
Yeah.
Where it was its own thing.
Yeah, and that's what he said. It's going to be more quality over quantity and more standalone things, which I think will be more enjoyable to go and see.
Yes.
A purely, like, you can bring in more heroes this way too and give them their own story, own movie, and it doesn't, if it takes off, fantastic. If not, oh well, we tried, we can move on.
It'll also help with like your anticipation as well. Like you're building up that want to go and see something rather than, this is what's next. I've got to go see it.
I think it's more they've just had too many...
swing and a miss.
Too many things happen with like majors and all that kind of stuff that just keep fucking up their plans, and they've had to swerve left too many times.
Even Disney in general have had a lot of, like I said, Snow White was a cataclysmic failure. That's
never going to be a good movie.
No, I know.
Quick one on Snow White. They re-released it.
It still didn't do good.
It did horribly. They worked out. I've seen two snippets. One which said that it worked out with how much they made back. It was approximately
like $200 or something per cinema.
The first one I seen was $50 average per cinema. And then I seen another one that was $200 average per cinema. The $200 is still fucking nothing. So I laughed at the 50 pretty hard. I still laughed at the 200.
Like because of that, they've cancelled some live actions they had in the process, like
thank
taking
God.
the process, things like that, and like redirecting all their future things. So I think Disney as a whole, like including the Marvel side of it, have been burned a bit recently. So
certainly fucking hope so.
All right, let's get on to another little subject. We've been enjoying doing our little lists of things late in the previous few episodes. We did Pokemon Fusions last week. Check
that
them
was
out
fun.
if you want to have a look at those.
But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yes, and so after that, Brock went and started to use AI to fuse them, and Mucktrez looks fucking sick.
Then we did top movies, sports movies, all that kind of stuff. This week we thought we'd share some love to some creators that you may not really know. So like your YouTubes or websites, podcasts, whatever we want.
See, I knew I was going to get this wrong, so I cheated so fucking much in this.
I actually thought about this midweek. I'm like, should I actually put in a clarification request of what we're doing?
So I read what you said. I'm like, fuck yeah, like I'm going to do this, and this, and then I'll do that. And I wrote a few notes. I'm like, ooh. Oh, that's not what he means. He means content like as you said, like your social media, your YouTube, your whatever through that route. So I made 2 lists.
What's this? Because I was going to say, like, are we looking for like major YouTube channels and things like? Because I've got one of them in mind.
Fucking want.
But because I was trying to see but in the end I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to put down what I want and we'll go from there. It's not like we haven't cheated before.
That's it. All right. Well, I'll start off. My first one is a YouTube channel, and if you're a miniature war gamer,
I thought this would be on your list.
this is the only channel that you need to pay attention to, and that is Gorilla Miniature Games. It's run by Ash Baker. He is a Canadian fella.
Is it Barker?
Baker?
I thought it was Barker.
Barker. Might be Barker. He's a Canadian fella who pretty much full-time plays mini games, films them, and posts them up. Posts an episode daily.
Pretty much.
And like he plays a lot of Warhammer, which I don't usually watch those episodes because I have no interest in Warhammer. But he does a lot of Infinity, lots and lots of indie games, which is really, really cool because it's really enjoyable to watch indie games. And so, he just does playthroughs of all these games. And he's also got his own miniature games out there. He's got The Last Days, which is a fantastic zombie miniature game. He's got another one called Hard Gears or something.
Battletech or something like
Heavy
that.
Gears.
Is he Battletech?
No, it's BattleTech's from like the 70s.
Oh.
It's like heavy. It's like a mech themed one. He's got that one, and I believe he's got another 2 or something he's working on. But yeah, fantastic content creator, and so many videos. Like any miniature game you can think of, he's probably played it at some point.
Yeah. And if you want to learn how to play games, I've picked up a lot of how to do this, that, and the other, especially with some of your more complex games. So he gives you really good, clear instructions on how to do those. And what I've found as well is he'll do reviews or box openings and whatnot. He usually goes through them pretty well. And when he does, he's very honest. Like you can tell that he's not there because someone said, hey, sell this for us. He's getting a game, a piece of whatever content.
He used to be a GW. He used to work for JW.
And to be fair, like he still loves a lot of the GW stuff that comes out, but fuck, he hammers them as well. Like, so he's very, very honest about GW.
It's easy to praise and hammer GW at the same time.
Exactly. He goes, like, he'll come out, you go, this is an incredible miniature, but what the fuck are you doing with your prices? Like, fuck.
Not like that. He doesn't swear.
No, he doesn't.
He's Canadian. He says sorry.
He's very nice.
I got passionate. Anywho, he'll do his reviews and he's very honest with them. Like he'll say, oh, yeah, okay, this works, but I would have preferred this because now I need to also have a phone at the table to then link into this, and this, and this. So, and then he goes down the route of this is no longer something you can pick off the shelf and just play because you now have to go and get something else to play. So what I found is he's really honest about the reviews, which is an awesome.
I've watched much, but it's nice to hear that aspect of being able to get the true nature of what a product is. Because in isolation, a product is great, but actually to make it that great, you need, as you said, X, Y, Z to make it that. So
yeah, exactly.
All right, what else we got?
All right, so my first one is one I've actually recently found. So it's staying on the Pokemon train. It's Deep Pocket Monster. So I found him on Facebook. Now. There's other
I nearly had him on my list.
There's some other Pokemon ones where I've come across like Leonhart and Pokerev and stuff, which is mainly just the opening of the packs, which I find a bit boring because it's like they open, it's whatever.
Is
it
this
is.
the one who like sets himself a challenge where he has to collect the full set?
So,
I love this dude.
No, he doesn't do that. Oh, actually, he might do that.
So he does. So he's got a few different things. So he's got a little short channel, which is basically like, should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
Yeah. That's the one that I love.
So that's sort of the pack aspect of it. But then he sets himself a challenge where he goes to conventions or trade nights and things like that. Where he's like, I'm going to complete this set. There's 151 cards in it, so I've got 151 minutes to get every one.
I've got 2 hours to get the entire set, and he just runs around all the different stores and buys individual cards and shit.
So the one I'm currently watching, which is in massive parts, is he's trying to collect them, literally collect them all. So he's got this Giga binder, which he calls Chad, fits 1,008 Pokemon card sleeve. It's
trying to get one of every single Pokemon.
So he's going around like it's broken up into the gen. So his first challenge is got to go find all the Gen 1 Pokemon, and just it doesn't matter what set they're in, he's just got to find a card from it. And he's like, I could sit on the internet and do this, but no, I'm going to actually make it a challenge. And I think it's finished now, but by the time he got to his big event, which he called Card Express,
he was going to give it away or something.
If he didn't finish the pack, like finish the binder by then, he would just give it away on a live stream. So you've seen it before where he finished all but one card was finished in this set. He just gives it away on a live stream to someone or like a kid at the place. And you seem like he's doing trades and stuff, and like kids just walk up and give him the card that he needs, and he's like, just take one for my trade binder. And it's like this common for like this epic mega rare they swap for. But he's like, doesn't care. It makes me happy on finished set. Makes his kid happy. Like it just had a very wholesome vibe. Actually rekindled my interest in Pokemon. Like the last 3 days, I've only known about him for 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Really? Like the last 3 days, and I've been watching it ever since.
I reckon I've been following him for 6 to 12 months, and you still know a lot more about him than what I do. That's for
like
sure.
I said, it just went down a rabbit hole, and it's been fun. And like I said, it's the challenge aspect, I think, is what makes it enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's not just ripping through packs and they're like, I don't care. Oh, this is good. It's worth $2 or something. Yeah. Going through the challenge is actually his interactions with people actually is very wholesome and like, oh, there is good people in the world.
One thing I found out, like I think it was today or yesterday, just randomly, was he's written a book. So he's got a book because I stumbled across as I was just flicking through social media. So his one of his other pages, which is his name is like Paul Daniel or something like that. Patton, that's it. Yeah. And he's just opening his delivery of the books. He's like, here's my book, and he's got name on the front, whatever. It's like learning more by learning less or something like that. I'm like, okay, that was not what I was
So one of his challenges was to go and collect every English Gengar that had been printed, so like one of every one. And throughout these, like, I've got a week left, but 2 of these days are set with business meetings because I've got 3 other businesses on the side. So
Yeah.
he's a very busy man. But yeah, the amount of dedication he puts towards Pokemon is admirable. And yeah, so like he's sort of infectious. The personality he's got and things, and how he creates the videos is quite well done. So definitely check him out.
Cool.
All right, Brock, what do we got?
Oh,
mate?
look, as we said, I've fucking cheated and done all sorts of stuff. So I'll just highlight what I have done. So content, broad as fuck. It can be absolutely anything, right? So I went down the route of, some content creators who I like, being some comics and visual TV movie
Yep.
and books. So I went one from each. But that's the first thing I did. And then I thought, no, you know what? That's not what Zach meant. You meant content creators. So YouTube, social media, podcasts, those types of things. So
My main thing was just nerd related, not because I could do many more for sport and stuff. So
yeah. So from a YouTube perspective, I had I got a podcast, YouTube, and a social media person. So I had Gorilla Miniatures as well, / Barker. But I'll let out another one that I followed for a very long time, just following one particular thing that we're doing, and that was Squidmar Miniatures, I think it is.
Squidmar Miniatures.
Yeah, so they, a little while ago, they set themselves a challenge to trade up from like a $5 mini, whatever it was.
No, it was 10p.
10p, that's right. Yeah,
10p goblin, I think it was.
Yeah. So they had to trade up from a 10p goblin so that they could
Warlord Titan.
to do a diorama. They ended up doing it over the course. It was like 18 months or something.
I
Like
think
that. It
it
was
was
a
18
long
months, yeah.
time. They did it over a massive amount of time. Then they ended up with 2 Warlord Titans. They painted the shit out of them. It was fucking incredible.
The diorama's good.
Oh, the diorama is amazing. 2 Warlord Titans just fighting over like this, falling into like a bit of water with mountains up the sides and other like bits of miniatures all over. It is fucking amazing. So go check it out if you haven't. They auctioned it off from memory.
An Australian dude bought it. Australian, him and his wife bought it for their store.
Yep. And they did that. It was really fun following that journey. Like I was really excited whenever I seen, Squidmar's got a new video out. And I generally don't get excited like that from things on YouTube. So it was a really cool thing to follow. And then because I found that and stumbled onto that, I had a look at some of their other things. So they've got some pretty cool stuff around just the general miniatures that they paint and some how-tos and things we do, things we don't do. Hey, this is another cool, like...
Is it a scam?
Is it a scam? That's pretty fun, actually.
They buy like shit from Temu. It was like, is it a scam? But I can't do it in their Swedish accent because I can't do a Swedish accent.
And it's fun to even see things like that, like as
Are they
hobbyists and
Swedish?
model...
No, not Swedish. Norwegian?
Netherlands, I think.
Netherlands.
But
Sweeping statement.
It's all-
Yeah.
Close enough.
Sorry. But and they are really fun videos to watch and like sort of expand through that. I don't watch them as much now that since the auction for the diorama, but it was a good page that I'd recommend to go check out.
Did you watch the Manta build? The Manta diorama?
No.
Well, there you go. It's another diorama set for you. They built one with a giant manta.
Is that the Tower Manta?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like they make it crashed into a big mountain and stuff, and it looks fucking awesome.
They've done it for you.
That's a big boy.
Yeah.
The Manta's a big model.
It's a lot. Like you see, it's a lot of resin because they got it the same time as On Tabletop got their Manta. And were painting it as well, but they got it and then didn't do anything with it for like 6 or 7 months. They made a video about getting it and then didn't do anything because they had other stuff to do. And On Tabletop got theirs, and On Tabletop kept giving them a shit about it. Like in their videos, they're like, and here's my Manta, painted.
No, it's huge. Like the Tiger Shark is big.
You can play a game of Kill Team on its back.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Yeah. Okay, I might have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's a big fucking model. There's 3D printable files for it as well if you want to print one.
I've had one, but on epic scale, and it was like the palm of my hand.
Jesus. Okay.
I've got one Battlefleet Gothic scale, but it's only about that big.
Still.
Yeah. Okay. So my next one is Chris McFeely.
I thought you were going to say one of mine then. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's Chris McFeely, I'm pretty sure. Where are we? Yep, McFeely. He does the history of Transformers videos on YouTube.
I think you've mentioned him before.
I'm pretty sure I have. He's amazing. Like his Patreon say, I want the history of Galvatron. And he will sit there and he'll tell you the history of Galvatron in every form that has come out.
Wow.
And they are so entertaining to watch because you'll learn so much about the massive, because a lot of people think Transformers is just Gen 1 cartoons and then what followed up. Now the comics, man. The comics are so in depth,
Such a
especially
massive universe.
but you've got the IDW comics, and then you've got the British released comics, which were going at the same times but telling completely different stories. And so like things would happen this one and that one. Like he talks. There's a really really good video talking about what's the planet's name? Unicron. Talking about Unicron.
that's right.
How eventually they just got fed up with all these different stories of who Unicron and Cybertron were, that they just went, okay, Unicron and Cybertronus are beings who are the same being in every universe.
Yeah, right.
So no matter if you're in this universe, that universe, it's the same Unicron,
Sure.
kind of thing. So they did all this stuff, and then they did stuff with like the original Cybertronians and all this kind of stuff, and like the amount of shit you find out is amazing. It's such a wealth of knowledge on Transformers. It's amazing. So I highly, highly recommend it. Chris McFeely on YouTube.
Cool.
My next one is another Chris Ramsey. So he's very different to what we've been talking about in the nerd world. But
I love him.
he does like puzzles. So not your normal
He
jigsaw
didn't
puzzles.
originally.
No, he
It's
did
just-
normally
he did
magic.
one, and it was so successful that he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this full time now.
Because he's like an amateur magician or something.
Yep.
Like the backstory, like does like the card tricks and stuff like that for you on screen. But yeah, now he's like full time into like the puzzles, not like the jigsaw puzzles. They're like, get this pen through this hole. or whatever,
It's
and-
the like solve this puzzle by turning this knob and spinning this thing and holding
Yeah.
it at an
And
angle
like-
of 42 degrees, 0.34 pi.
And he's got to the point that far deep into it now where he's like getting companies to custom make him puzzles to do stuff. So he had one.
But like I'm talking, these puzzles are like $20,000 to $50,000 worth of like puzzle.
Yeah, right.
There was
They're that
there was a
custom.
spaceship one where literally the spaceship took up most of the table, and inside like there was a briefcase full of like files and shit. Like he had to get whiteboards up to like pin everything up to do it all because there was that much work put into it to actually solve the puzzle. And then there's other ones where it's like the size of your fist or your hand or something, and like just get this key out of the lock and that sort of stuff. So he does a wide range of puzzles, but yeah, they're thoroughly interesting to watch and to sit through and actually try and figure it out as he's going through. And he does it in a way where it's quite easy to follow, and he explains his movements, his thought process really well, so you actually understand what he's going through and how he's trying to solve it. So it's quite enjoyable to watch.
Nice.
They're good.
My next one. So, as I said, doing podcast, YouTube, social media. So, from a social media perspective, I've recently been following a guy who goes by Blood Rush. Now, he does a bunch of monologues, basically. So, the one that got me in was he did a Hamill and Kevin Conroy voiceover, but it was the end scene from the Snyder cut of the Justice League, where you've got so Affleck and Leto's Batman Joker.
Oh, yep.
So yeah, he does that scene, but he does it in Hamill and Kevin Conroy's Joker and Batman and Joker. Sorry, and I'm just like, this is fucking incredible. Like it just sounds amazing. Like the way that he gets those, he's nailed the voices and he does them so fucking well. So I fell down a bit of a rabbit hole of watching a whole bunch of his things. Like it's pretty standard in that he does the monologues in some way, shape or form. Then he starts to go and get like a Green Goblin monologue from whatever, like one of his more well-known ones, and he'll put the Hamill voice on it. Or he'll go and do Bane, but it's actually one of Batman's things that he's doing, and he'll start to mix them up a lot. And the change of context when you get those different voices doing it, you're just like, oh, that went from being something that was so nice and clean and like very goody two shoes type thing to very, very dark. You're like, fuck yeah. So Blood Rush, go check him out. He's awesome. It's some pretty cool stuff.
Awesome. Well, my last one is another YouTuber, and that is Black Magic Craft. Black Magic Craft, I believe, he's another Canadian. I can't remember his actual name. And he does Wargame Train.
Oh, yeah.
And he is amazing. Like he does simple, like I'm going to get some paddle pop sticks and, put these things here and fucking foil crushed up to make foam look like it's rocks and all that kind of stuff. And he just makes some really, really cool
It's really one of
fucking
the,
miniature train pieces.
Lesser known, lesser represented aspects of the hobby, I guess, is terrain making, because it's what makes the tables fantastic. Like you walk around CanCon at times and the tables like for Age of Sigmar and that have terrain pieces on it. Look spectacular. You walk past some and it's like just a piece of paper with like trees written on it, and I'm like, well, that's a bit shit. Like, I don't want to play on that table. So yeah, like having someone like actually dedicate a bit of content towards terrain actually is a bit refreshing to see.
Yeah, it's a couple. There's quite a few of them. There's a what's his name? Someone that Tudor terrain. There's a couple other ones who sort of died off the kind of YouTubes and stuff now. But Black Magic Crafts is my personal favorite. He does really good. He does a lot of stuff for like RPGs, like making walls and tiles that you can just put together and stuff to make your own maps. And he's lately been doing a lot of things for I can't remember what it's. It's some new indie war game that's come out, and it's all about trench warfare.
Oh yeah,
but it's all like a gothic priests and all that kind of shit style like theme, and he's made some really fucking pimp terrain for that. And I believe he's released his own war game as well. I can't remember. It's like a 6 mini kind of style game little thing. But yeah, Black Magic Craft, fantastic. Highly recommend. Check them out.
Cool.
I've got one more main one, but I've got 2 shout-outs I'll do at the end. But this is an Australian group, again, on a different aspect of nerdism, but How Ridiculous.
I love How Ridiculous.
So, yeah, they've certainly started to go a bit more global and things. We've done a few collabs lately with Mr. Beast, and they did one with the Manchester City players at the start of the season. So
they do Perfect every now and then as well.
But yeah, so effectively they're just a group of Australians over at Perth that started doing trick shot videos and sort of expanded into dropping shit off towers and exploding things, going to dams over in Europe and dropping shit off it. And
they built a giant blender and they dropped things into the giant blender.
Sure.
Giant hammer,
giant darts. They drop giant darts out of helicopters, and they got a guy who brings them safes, and they drop stuff onto the safe to try and crack the safe open. And they've like they got Mark Roper to come and build a trampoline for them, so they could drop stuff off
the world's strongest trampoline.
So they could drop shit off it and make it bounce, and they drop like planes, jet skis, boats, vending machines.
They're like dropping stuff, and like they're starting to like, oh, this doesn't bounce very well. And Ro was like, no, see these springs? Like, they're garage door springs. You need to drop a lot of fucking weight on it to actually get the springs to spring. So, but yeah, they're fantastic. They're pretty kid friendly as well. Like, I show them in class all the time to the kids for a bit of fun stuff. And yeah, they're interesting. I didn't mind the series when like they'd have like a different row of like balloons or something.
I like how far will it go?
Yeah, how far will it go? So like try to pop as many balloons
like,
at once.
It'll be the balloons, but then they've got a whole heap of random shit like hammers or
marshmallows
and stuff. It's like, you got to see how far you can get through this thing. And so they're like, oh, get the marshmallows. Yeah. And then they got this dinosaur called Rexy, and it's just a stuffed dinosaur. And
it's their crash test dummy.
It's their crash test dummy, and he's in everything. But he's been hurt many a times, and like they've got a doll doctor that they send him to, and he's been patched together multiple times and stuff, and he's got like scars up him and stuff.
Yeah.
I've got the Rexy Christmas shirt, so it's great. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's easy just to throw and watch it, and just 20 minutes of hilarity.
I've put it on, and I reckon easily about 5 hours later, I'll still watching stuff.
Yeah, I first found them on Facebook, so it was only getting like the short 5-minute clips, whatever. I was like, oh, this is cool. I wouldn't mind a bit more until I finally realized, hang on, they're probably on YouTube. Yeah. I was like, oh, fuck, 20-minute videos, one a week. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been watching them for a long time. They're good.
Cool. Last one for me. Now, I'm going to mention 2 here because podcasts. Girls Who Don't D&D, we've had them on here before.
How could I forget that one?
Fucking incredible.
Sorry, Lana, I apologize.
Yeah, we've had Lana on the show before. We've spoken about it before. It's an amazing podcast. The world building that Corey does is incredible. Listening to the girls play through it and how they're learning what to do, what not to do, and some of the moral questions that come into play as they're playing as well. You're just like, oh, I didn't see that.
So they're hoping. I was talking to them the other day. They're hoping that there might be a few more coming out now because. What's her name? I always forget her name. I always remember Alana and the other one. I can't remember.
Alana,
Stacey
and Indy.
Indy. So Indy's just come back to the area, so it should make playing and recording a bit easier for them. So
because they're nearing the end of their first campaign. It's been awesome listening to it. They've got another episode that comes out a few days after this comes out. And they're actually looking to start up 2 shows per month because at the moment for the people who don't sign up to Patreon, they get 1 show or 1 episode a month. They're actually looking to start releasing more and get 2 up and going. So pretty keen for that to see what they bring out. But very, very highly recommend going and giving it a listen. Even if it's not something that you think you'll enjoy, I reckon you'll enjoy it, because just from a storytelling and world building element to it, it's really, really detailed. It's really creative. It's really amazing. Just have a listen to it. So highly recommend that. And the other one that I figured I'd throw in there, because I've been listening to it for years, a little bit left field, but it's the Last Podcast on the Left. Now, they are a podcast that delve into true crime. They delve into aliens. They delve into conspiracies. They delve into just about whatever the hell they feel like delving into at the time. And it is very well... What I'll say is that the research that goes into it is far better than what it used to be, because they sort of used to go in and do something for fun, and then as they've made it their careers, basically, they've gotten more and more into it, and they get more and more research and more detail into it. Therefore, they revisit some of their topics as they go through. Go give it a look. Go give it a listen. It is, I would say that they can be a little bit vulgar at times. They are pretty laid back in that regard. So they definitely won't be everyone's cup of tea. But the content and the stuff that they're actually talking about is incredibly, incredibly interesting, especially when they start going down a few alien and UFO holes and whatnot. And just the information available to them to be able to do those episodes is really, really cool. Last podcast on the left. Go check them out.
There you go. So what were mine? Mine were Gorilla Miniatures, Chris McFeely for Transformers, and Black Magic Craft for making stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mine were Deep Pocket Monster, Chris Ramsey, and How Ridiculous.
Mine were the Girls Who Don't D&D, Last Podcast on the Left. They were Blood Rush, and it was also Squidmar Miniatures. And just because as I said, I cheated and did some other things before, I'm going to quickly throw them in.
Well, so
We'll come back later.
I've got 2 shout-outs, so I'll throw it after he's done.
Oh, look, because I did the wrong thing, I'd put it in there.
I'd like to know what your wrong thing was to start with.
Well, as I said, I just went very, very broad and just went content creators.
Oh, okay.
For absolutely fucking anything. So I had, from a comics perspective.
So before he starts, I don't know how we got that wrong, because the very specific was nerd content creators.
No. Sorry, still nerd content,
okay.
But just fucking very broad in that nerd content could be fucking anything.
You did it deliberately.
Yeah, of course you did.
Maybe. Comics.
Who let this guy have a fucking microphone?
Jim Lee and Scott Snyder. So Jim Lee, his current CEO, president, and fucking 7 other titles at DC. Incredible illustrator. Comic book god. Incredible illustrator. Love pretty much all of his work. Scott Snyder. Okay, we've had a tantrum.
He doesn't want to listen to you anymore.
Scott Snyder, heavily involved in Batman. Most recently, he's doing the Absolute Batman series. But he's what I learned is he's in charge of that whole arc. So he's more or less running the group who's doing the Absolute series.
Yeah,
it's the DC All In.
And he did all the
Dark Knight's Metal.
Yeah.
But some of his other things, like I didn't realize he actually did a bit of writing for Marvel. So he's done a couple of things for Iron Man and something else that I wrote down. I can't find it now. But he's also got Human Torch. Sorry, Voodoo Heart. Apparently, it's really good. Haven't read it, but he's also doing or did American Vampire, which is actually his comic as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've read most of it. I think I've read 1 to 5 of the trade backs, or something, 1 to 4 maybe. I've got them in there somewhere, I think.
Yeah. I was going to give. I haven't given them a look. I was going to.
They're okay. Yeah. They're okay.
So apparently, Stephen King was involved in the first 5, like from a storyline perspective as well.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
And then from a books perspective, Brandon Sanderson at the moment, he's given us a Stormlight Archive. It's incredible. Once I finish that,
halfway through book 2.
Nice. How you liking book 2? That was probably my favorite so far.
It's good. Yeah. I find he is very much like Wheel of Time writer in a lot of information for stuff we don't necessarily need to know. Hence why they probably got him to finish the Wheel of Time. But other than that, he's good.
Yep.
He's good. He can write.
Yep. Motherfucker.
I mean, he spits them out like Stephen King. Well, nowhere near like Stephen King, but he still spits them out.
Yeah.
And like he's already said that there's going to be another 5 of these, but he's going to do them after He's done 2 books for another series and then another book for another different series. Then he's going to get into doing the 5 books to finish this one off.
And he's also
he goes, and that'll be like a year and a half.
And he's also doing another 3 for the Mistborn saga, because apparently he's got like a trilogy for the Mistborn saga, and now he's got the next 3, which is like I can't remember if it was a follow-on or a prequel or whatever, but meant to sort of round out his whole Cosmere.
But no, the Stormlight Archives is it's good so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm actually finally liking the characters.
Yeah.
Because the first one, a lot of the characters I just couldn't really give a fuck about, especially what's the chick's name? Shiani?
Oh, Shallan.
Yeah, Shallan. I couldn't give a fuck about her in the first book.
She gets better.
Yeah, and then the second book, she's much better. Kaladin's good. I like Kaladin. And the princes and all that kind of stuff are all bitches.
They get better.
Yeah, good. They
get better.
Because they're all bitches.
They get better. Dalinar, he gets better. Like,
he was probably one of the only characters I actually liked throughout the first book.
He's really good.
He got worse.
He got worse. Yeah.
Nah, he in book 4.
No one invited you to this conversation, Zach.
I just want to input myself.
I can't remember what book number I'm up to, whether it's 4 or 5. But
didn't you say you're up to Oathbringer?
No, I finished that. I'm up to Rhythm of War, Edge Dancer. I can't fucking remember now. There's too many names. But anyways, whatever one was before I just read, which I think was Oathbringer.
Yeah, that's book 3.
Okay, so yeah, I'm up to book 4 then. Because I
you read the novellas.
Yeah. That is real. That's heavy Dalinar, and I found that really, really good, especially for his story.
Cool.
He spoke more about his honourable mentions than the actual ones.
Because I spent more time on that and then went, oh shit, that's not what I was meant to do.
It's because the first book, because I've been doing the audiobooks, right? And I was at the shopping center. I was like, I'm going to go in the bookshop. I'm going to look at these and just have a look at all the books there. And I've walked in and I've looked at where Brendan's books are. And the first one is like, I'm talking maybe
2
an
inches
inch and
thick.
a half.
Yeah.
And then the most recent one, the 5th one, is nearly 3 inches wide.
They get fucking thicker.
And each one progressively got thicker and thicker and thicker. And like, I'm no joke, man. This thing is
I believe you.
Like you could knock someone out with this. It's a phone book.
I think Oathbringer was about 1,200 to 1,300 pages.
No thanks.
It was a long read. I started reading it and it gives you on the reader and it tells you like how long you've got to do it. And it came up, it said like 50 hours. I'm like, that can't be right. I got a bit further into it and it came down, but it was still at like 42, 43 hours. I'm like, oh shit, this is a big book.
Well, the second book it's currently what do we got here? It is, I'm at chapter 52. And I am 26 hours and 51 minutes into a 48-hour, 13-minute audiobook.
Sweet.
Yeah.
They're long books.
56% into it.
Good books. Long books, but good books.
So I recommend that. Anything else we've got? Any news that you want to share?
I've got 2 shout-outs I wanted to get into.
Okay,
just 2
get
quick
your
more.
shout-outs out there.
They're small content creators. So one of them is called Laura the Kiddo. She does Instagram reels and she paints, only recently got into Warhammer painting, but paints them in like different styles. So she got a pack of termagants and like painted them in style like Mario and Yoshi and Scyther and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her.
She does a few bigger ones like Venusaur and that. So she's been pretty cool to watch. So check her out. Another one is called, I don't want to get his name wrong because otherwise it sounds like I'm being racist. The Rice Hat Guy. So effectively, he's just there wearing a rice hat, and he just does like small clips of like 3 animes to watch for different themes. So it's like animes that like his personal favorites, or animes that had him hooked after one episode and things. So just gives you 3 sort of clips of those 3 animes and like where to watch them. So he's quite good as well.
No fillers, watching a night. Bad main character or protagonist, the main character, antagonist, main character. Whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Well,
pretty
I've got an honorable mention as well.
Oh, you'll fucking
deal with it. Deal with it, cunts. Deal with it. Mine is an artist called 1000. He is a fantastic. He does weird, wonderful art, and his channel is fucking amazing. Like he does skateboard decks, he does murals, he's bought like this big warehouse for his art studio kind of thing, and he's painted a big custom basketball court on one part of it. He held this thing called Artists in Wonderland.
Yep.
Where he got 5 artists from America and 5 artists from Europe and to all come to his warehouse, and he dedicated walls throughout all his warehouse, and they all had painting competitions, and like they live streamed it all. It was over 3 days or something, and it was awesome.
Yep.
And like he's a great freaking artist, and at the moment he's just started doing his own card game. And he's painting, he's like drawing the cards and all that kind of stuff at the moment. He's done decks, he does shirts. He's been doing a series called monocolor murals, paintings. So he was like, okay, this painting is only allowed to be red. This painting is only allowed to be green. So it's just all shades of green, and this one's all shades of blue. And it's really interesting watching him paint these things. And he goes to Instagram and he gets all his fans to say, what should I have in this? And like just random shit.
Yeah,
so you got like flamingos wearing jackets and stuff. And really, really good artist. I highly recommend it.
But yeah, said there's plenty of content creators, so check them out, give them some love, and let us know who you enjoy watching.
Anything else we want to get out there in the world?
Sure, let's do it. Because I took some screenshots this week from the old social media, but I mean, naturally, some things jump out a little bit more than others. GoldenEye 007 inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
As it should be.
It's the only first-person shooter I've thoroughly enjoyed.
I liked Dark... Pitch Dark. No, Dark something. It was Dark something.
I know what you're talking about.
64 as well.
I know what you're talking about.
It was by the same company that made GoldenEye, and it was pretty much the same game, just sci-fi.
Not Pitch Black.
No.
I can see the console.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Seeing this one, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, they're Ben Kingsley, Kristen Ritter and Charlie Cox at Disney up front. Now, Kristen Ritter is Jessica Jones.
She's confirmed now, yeah.
Yep. The one that I thought was interesting was Ben Kingsley.
I love his character in Marvel. He's one of the best characters in Marvel.
Because he plays the Mandarin.
Yeah.
No, he's not the Mandarin anymore. He's just the actor.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the actor's name. It was
please.
Matt, yeah, the actor who plays the Mandarin, Matt something, whatever it was. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that he will be in there as that.
He was
in
one
some
of
way,
the
shape,
best parts of Shang-Chi.
He was
Just
good.
in that,
Is he in Shang-Chi?
Yeah. When
Quite prominently
the arse flying little creature thing comes out, and they all say, he goes, "You can see him as well. I thought I was going crazy."
Taron Egerton, he's been earmarked as the next Captain America, as in Steve Rogers' Captain America after Secret Wars.
Yep. I'm down for that. I think he'd do a fucking great job at that.
Yep, I thought that was pretty good. Bit of some sad news.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. If there's sad news, we need to make the sound effect for it.
Probably not the tone he's going for, but okay.
It fits. Morris the alligator, best known for his role in Happy Gilmore, is dead at the age of 80. Very sad.
Did make Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah, it didn't make it a Happy Gilmore 2 unless they've wrapped filming.
That's devastating. That's devastating.
I've seen that. I'm like, I did not expect that to be news.
All right, well, I'm going to change the tone for a bit. So I found a list of the wealthiest fictional characters of all time. Throw me out who
Morris the alligator.
Who do you think is in the list?
Wealthiest fiction, like we're talking every genre.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck.
He's in it.
Yep.
Smaug.
He's in it. He was a surprise to me. I didn't think he'd be in it, but he's in.
I don't know.
All right. So Jay Gatsby at 1.35 billion. Montgomery Burns 2 billion.
Yep.
Christian Grey 2.98 billion. Bruce Wayne 9.2. Richie Rich 11.5.
Of course, Richie fucking Rich.
Not about him.
Tony Stark 12.4. Carlisle Cullen 46 billion.
Who's Carlisle?
I don't know. I think from some sort of Twilight or something.
Oh, that's Twilight. Yeah.
Yeah. Smaug 54.1 billion.
Smaug.
Scrooge McDuck 65.4 billion. Lex Luthor 75 billion, and T'Challa 90.7 trillion, and that's it.
So T'Challa won.
T'Challa won.
There you go.
Oh, that was interesting.
Trillion.
Trillion.
So
Fucking hell.
there's a little thing I've seen on Mortal Kombat 2. So this guy's come out and he's basically said, we listened to the fans. We listened at what everyone said.
I'll do backing music for you. You keep talking.
And it is now a fight movie. So it's got 27 fights.
It wasn't going to be a fight movie.
I think what the thing was is that they went too much away from fight movie from before, as in they had
More into a drug. This is what happens when he doesn't have rumors anymore.
Yes, exactly.
That's what happens when you stay off Facebook.
Right. So there's 27 fights. Each fight is 3 to 5 minutes long.
Have you done the math?
No, it's what he said. Oh no, I haven't done that math. So it's a lot.
You do the math? You're a teacher.
I didn't listen.
They worked. They worked with Ed Boon,
I'm
who
a teacher, I don't listen.
is Mortal Kombat creator. Yeah, they're getting right fucking into it, and they've said there's going to be a lot going on a whole fucking time with a shitload of fights all the way through.
We've got
That's what they
we've
should've
got
done
the
in the
best
first
Luke
one.
Cage ever.
Yeah,
Carl Urban looks amazing in the poster.
he does.
I just want him as the. I don't care who else is in it really. He'll carry the movie by himself.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I found the Fusion line that I think could come to reality after our Fusion talk last week.
Oh, here we go.
DC and Sonic are coming together for a toy line. So obviously you've got Sonic in the Flash costume.
Oh, nice.
No, that wrong camera I'm looking at. There you go. But yeah, I think they're looking at doing others. Obviously, you could do like Shadow as Batman and stuff like that. But that'd be cool to see like a little TV series or something come out of somehow.
Well, I know Looney Tunes released a line of toys of all the Looney Tunes characters as DC guys. Toymate have them on special because I'm guessing they obviously didn't sell very well. Also, if you're a He-Man fan, Toymate have all of the He-Man figures from the newest, like the Netflix series and all that stuff, for like $10 each.
Yeah, right.
Cheap as shit. And they're actually quality looking toys too. Yeah. So if you're a He-Man fan, get the Toymate.
Collect. Matt Reeves is no longer directing Batman. Next thing straight after that, James Gunn says, I don't know where you hear that. He's still directing the Batman. So I thought that was pretty funny. My last bit, I'll finish off with a two-piece around Godzilla. We've had a little 70th anniversary snippet from Takashi Yamazaki, who gave us Godzilla -1. It's a cool little snippet. It goes for 45 seconds to a minute, and we've got a green aura Godzilla in it, and it looks fucking sick.
Is this going to be in the new movie? Or?
That's what basically they're assuming that because they just sort of dropped this little piece. It was, hey, 70th year for Godzilla. Here's something for Godzilla. And everyone's like, wait. That looks like the -1 Godzilla. Holy fuck, it's got green shit going on. Is this the new movie? Is this the new movie? And I haven't looked into it since then. I got this snippet like a day or two ago, so I'm sure there's more information out there now, but it could be a little bit of a sight of what we've got to come. And part 2, we've got the name for the next Godzilla X Kong movie, which is
Godzilla X Kong X Transformers?
Supernova.
Oh, damn it. I want them to fight Transformers. Just join the world with the Transformers. That would be so fucking cool.
Fucking let them work out G.I. Joe first.
My last one is something that I kind of hope it's going because I enjoyed the first two. There's talks of Grown Ups 3 coming in the mix with Jim Carrey joining the cast.
I did see that actually.
So that'd be pretty cool because
They were some good movies.
Yeah, I enjoyed one. I think was better than 2, but 2 was still enjoyable.
2 was the one that had Taylor Lautner in it.
Yeah,
that's the one where they go to
Steve Austin. They're basically back in the town, living in the town, and it's all centered around them throwing a party at the end of the night.
Oh, which one's is it the first one where they go to like the
The first one's when they go to the cabin.
Yeah,
Taylor Lautner's on in that one.
Yeah, and then the second one, it's the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. I haven't watched those movies in a long fucking time.
I'll throw one more every now because they're just a nice sort of easy watch.
Background, chill, laugh. Sandler just sitting back going, that's pretty much it.
You just sit there going, 50, 100, 200. It's counting dollars.
Pretty much. Like there was literally no acting from him in either of those movies. He just turned up the set and
just himself.
He just started talking shit.
Minutes of chicken boy.
Mate, all the power to him.
Oh, exactly.
Another thing I want to talk about is you would have noticed this week, thanks to our man AJ here, that we've got some more technical and
we have a TikTok.
Oh, that too. So we actually have reels that look good, unlike the ones I was creating on Instagram editor. So so make sure you give them a like. It was definitely well received.
Follow us if you can't be watching the full thing. You can watch little snippets.
Yeah. What he said.
Yep.
Yep. And on that other note, go subscribe to the YouTube and the TikTok and all the other things that we have going.
Yep. Be very much appreciated.
Anything you want us to talk about, we will talk about it. Other than that, thank you very much for joining us on the Frantic Nerdcast, and we will catch you next time.
See you later.
Thanks.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to Frantic Nerdcast.
You can find all our latest news and information on Facebook or at franticnerdcast.com.
You can find us on Instagram at Frantic Nerdcast. Find AJ at Weird Art by AJ. Find Zach at Frantic Kaz and myself at Frantic Brock.
Please make sure to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe for more YouTube-only content like Sequelize It and Plays Games.